this is Alexis Marie Chute. Thank you so much for joining me for another day of 80 Days of Writing. What a journey, what an exhausting process, but also invigorating and exciting and passion-fueled. So I feel a little bit out of my routine today, day 5, because I had a speaking engagement this morning. I went and spoke at Grant MacEwan University this morning, first thing, and we had a huge dump of snow in Edmonton. So it was like literally like driving through, 3 feet of the densest, moistest, heaviest snow you could ever imagine. Yes, this is life in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. That's where I'm hailing from today and for many, many years of my life. So now I'm writing in the afternoon. I'm a usual morning person, jump out of bed and ready to conquer the day. Afternoons I'm kind of and it's Friday. It's Friday. So I'm writing on a Friday afternoon. This is the perfect storm. And because I'm writing in the afternoon, right now in the bowels of my home, my nanny has got my 2-year-old and my 5-year-old sons, trying to keep them quiet just for 10 minutes so I can do this tiny little video. And during the next hour and a half while I write, my 8-year-old is likely going to come home from school. She'll actually probably love it because she hasn't gotten to be in any of these videos. And as you've seen, if you've watched the previous 4 days, my boys are in it, especially my 2-year-old. So she's like, he's getting all of this attention, all this screen time. I want to be in the videos too. I don't blame her. This is a pretty fun process. But yeah, so she's going to be arriving soon. So it's I've got these tiny little moments of time. So I do just want to share a little bit. So yesterday, day 4, I set my write or die, my timing up to go for, I believe it was an hour and a half, and my goal was numbers, remember? 2,500 words. And so I wrote 1 chapter of the book. I felt super good about it. I wrote for an hour and 30 minutes, just a few minutes under my time goal there. And then I penned 2,000, I'm gonna be careful with my numbers, 2,230 words. And so I didn't reach my 2,500 word goal, but I was at the end of a chapter and I didn't want to emotionally invest in starting the next one. I felt this is a beautiful time of writing, I'm gonna stop now. So today, while I was out this morning, I also picked up some of the printed materials that have been prepared for the launch of Book 1 in the 8th Island Trilogy. So here in these 80 days I'm writing Book 2 and 3, the first drafts in this trilogy. But my first book, Above the Star, Book 1 in the 8th Island Trilogy, is coming out June 5th, 2018. So that's super exciting. So after my speaking engagement, I zipped over and picked up some of my printed material, and I'm so excited. So I've got these awesome bookmarks. I hope you can see all this. Maybe I'll come nice and close. So it's got all these little symbols that are important in the book. Hello there. And then I've got, it's just such a cute little bookmark. It says, 3 heroes, 2 realms, 1 chance to survive. Goosebumps. I got these awesome, one of the lines in the book, the Maiden of Oleron, she says, we all must choose our moment to be brave. Those words really resonate for me within the story and also within the world and life in general. We all must choose our moment to be brave. So then I've got this awesome little ideas of how to help share the book. Number 1, write a book review on Amazon and Goodreads. You would not believe how helpful this is for writers, especially writers starting out like me. Having other word of mouth about the book, other people saying, oh, this is great, and they've taken the time to type that out and put that in a public domain, that makes a world of difference. So please, even if it's just 2 sentences, 1 sentence about your experience reading the book, that makes a huge difference for authors. Tell your friends about the book, word of mouth, share in social media, post a photo of you and the book, like you and Expecting Sunshine, on your Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I guess on YouTube it would be a video. But sharing the love. Those are always really helpful tweets, messages, things to get tagged on, because then it's just a little bit of social love. apart from my kids bugging me while I write alone. And it is, I have a hair in my eye. It is one of those realities of being an artistic, creative person, is that sometimes you live out those passions alone. And so it is really lovely. Now I've got hair everywhere. It is one of those really lovely things to be able to connect with people and to hear feedback about how the work made a difference for them. Okay, I love these door hangers. I hope you can read this. So I've immediately went up and put one on my door. I'm reading Do Not Disturb, #I'm reading. But these are going to be in something I'm making called a book box. And if you are a bookstagrammer, you probably already know about these sort of things, or even just a book lover. I'm a member of Book of the Month Club, and so I get to go online and pick one of my favorite books. Well, sorry. They usually become my favorite books, but I get to go and pick online from a selection of books, and then one comes in the mail a month. It's so nice. It's a great way to discover new authors, new genres, just new things in general from the comfort of your own home. So what I'm creating is book boxes. So this is the outside of my book box for Above the Star. I'm just giddy. I'm so excited to like write people's names and addresses in here and ship these books out. So in here there's gonna be so many goodies. I make homemade candles. There's gonna be a homemade candle in there. There's gonna be some like little treats, some tea to curl up with while you read the book. There's gonna be so many goodies. And one of the fun things that's going to be on the inside, I'm gonna balance that, is this map. So in Above the Star and in the whole trilogy, there's a character named Ella, and she's 14 years old. She has a tumor in the back of her neck, in the back of her brain, and she can't talk anymore. So basically what she does is she manages to find places to draw, whether that's a stick and to draw in the ground, or she is given a sketchbook and a pen and some ink. So she finds these little ways to communicate, which is so encouraging. She's a fearless, like determined, bit of a, sassy young lady. I kind of feel like I'm a 14-year-old at heart, so I really relate when I'm writing characters, when I'm writing her chapters. Anyway, so I'm doing all the illustration for the books, and it kind of works out that maybe I only draw at a 14-year-old level. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I think there's so many talented 14-year-olds out there. I probably more mean that to diminish my illustrating skills, but I love it. I'm super into it. I love signing Ella. So this is one of the illustrations, and it is found at the front of the book. And so it is the island of Jarwaya. So my whole story takes place in this other world called Jar. Well, they don't start there. They start in the Canary Islands in Spain, in our real world. And then they get transported to this magical world of Jar where everything is unpredictable. But anyway, and you can see I'm going to be showing this image behind me as I do my writing today. But this is going to be one of the things that's on the inside of the box. And so you can really have this luxurious, adventureful, stare and time reflecting on the book and where the journey is headed while actually looking at the map. So it's super cool. I'm just so passionate about this project. Yesterday I was writing about Ella and her sort of love interest in the story. I'm not going to tell you too much. And then today I'm going to pick up where I left off, and I'm also going to switch point of views for today, going from a Bengal, which is this crazy creature who's from the earth, and they have stones growing from their heads. And I'm going to switch into Ella's perspective. And I just love writing from her perspective, with her voice, her, youthful, kind of sassy approach to life. Like she's heading into high school if she was back in our world. So anyways, it's just a super fun, fascinating adventure. And I hope you enjoy the illustrations. I'm going to have these book boxes geared up towards the time of the book launch. So leading up to June. But I'm starting to build them now. I'm starting to make the candles. Oh my gosh, the candles smell so good for this box. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna get to writing because that's really what I've set out to do. I'm super passionate about it. I'm super passionate about telling stories, the power of storytelling. And so just stay tuned. I may or may not have a plethora of visitors flood into the camera screen today, but that's part of the joy of life, part of the joy of living, and I invite you to enjoy this journey with me. Thank you so much. Have a blissful day.